So, hey guys, May here, and today I wanted to film a kind of like a negative rant, and I haven't done one of these in a really long time, but last night I got home from my 11.5-hour work shift and just was like, I was planning videos that I wanted to film today, and I was like, I need to make a rant video about YG. I have been into K-pop this is going to be my 9th year. So I have seen a lot of things. I have listened to a lot of K-pop. I have heard a lot of music. I've seen a lot of comebacks and debuts and disbandments. So I just really wanted to talk about why I think YG shouldn't be considered in the top 3 anymore. I know there's going to be a lot of people who click on this video who are automatically going to be offended by what I say, but I'm sorry. I need to sit here and film this video and say maybe YG is not considered a top 3 entertainment anymore, and that why I feel like even though they have the money and that technically still makes them in the top 3, I feel like they're not going to be there for very much longer if they don't get it together. Just for reference, I said I've been into K-pop for 9 years now, and I got into K-pop right after 21 debuted. And my first K-pop group was Big Bang, so I originally was, to an extent, a YG stan. Obviously, I have moved on since then, and I no longer even really collect any YG groups. I feel like especially this year, a lot of people have just kind of reached their limit with YG, because when I started getting fed up with YG, I feel like it was probably like 2011, 2012, I was like, I had ulted Super Junior, I'd ulted Infinite since then, and I kind of moved out of YG into more of SM Entertainment and JYP and other groups and whatever. A lot of Big Bang's music and a lot of 21's music wasn't really for me anymore, and SM Entertainment had more music I enjoyed. That's just kind of how my taste evolved and how Big Bang and 21's music evolved. And that's just, you know, it happens to the best of us. But there were still so many people that were like, no, Papa YG would never do anything. He doesn't know what, like, he knows what he's doing. Like, everything's gonna be fine. And then, like, another 3 years went by and people were like, well, he might know what he's doing. Like, it's gonna be fine, probably. And now in 2018, I feel like everybody, minus, like, 0.1% of people, are like, yeah, he has no idea what he's doing. He has no plan. He doesn't do anything right anymore. I know this is, like, really harsh, but it makes me happy to see people be like that, because it has been ridiculous for so long and I'm just so fed up with it. Let's go over some of the things, especially lately, that have just made me like really annoyed, because it's one thing if YG like messes with his own groups and doesn't give them comebacks and everything. Like, we've known that. Like, that's been a thing for years and years and years, and I feel like if you even like kind of pay attention to YG, you expect that at this point. But there's some other things that have happened recently that have really just like struck a nerve, and I've been like, can you just like not give your own groups comebacks and like just not worry about what everybody else is doing and just focus on not giving your own groups comebacks? The only thing I think they've done right this year so far is iKON's album. I really like iKON's new album, and I didn't listen to it for the longest time because I'm not gonna lie, when YG groups come out with new music, I'm pretty hesitant to listen to it because I'm afraid to like YG groups because I just don't trust him at all. Not because I don't think the groups from YG are talented, I just think that his comebacks are so like far between and just so like digital single-y, like when there's other groups like My Ultimates, Monsta X, who release music literally constantly and are constantly like with their fans and releasing new content and not like doing a repackage album of the same 5 songs, but in Japanese this time. So iKON's album I thought was really good. I think that what they did with iKON was really good. They gave them proper promotions. I feel like they won a lot. They charted really well with this album. They gave them stupid stage names, but that's okay. JYP's doing that with Stray Kids too, and I'm a little annoyed about it, but that's not for this video. I've been saying literally since like last year that Blackpink was gonna have a comeback. I think I've said this before, at least on like Twitter or Instagram or something, just YG not treating his rookies the way he should, the way that rookies are treated in other companies these days. Given constant comebacks, constant promotions, Twitters, Instagram, all these constant posts and everything. They're constantly in your face because they have to be in this like competitive day and age. And I think YG thinks that he doesn't have to do that. Like, he is fine releasing one album every whatever he thinks is a good time, and that's fine. Like, they'll chart really well, promote them for 2 weeks, and then he'll pull them from promotions and send them back to the basement. So Blackpink not getting anything more than digital singles at this point is ridiculous. I think that that's not fair. I don't care what he's like, this is the most quality album in the world. Like, I'm kind of over it at this point. And then we have the other girls in his company. We have CL's album that has been literally rumored for like 4 years now. Like, maybe it hasn't been that long, but it feels like it's been that long. Buyee, who's releasing a album in Japan. I don't think there's anything new on it. Maybe a couple Japanese versions of a couple songs. Like, what is your excuse? There is no excuse. Sister from AKMU, Suyeon, I think her name is, she got a song from her brother before he went to the military, because for some reason he went to the military super early. I don't follow AKMU that closely, so I don't really know what the whole story is with that. But you don't really have an excuse not to give her something, a digital single that her brother made for her that you could just maybe like spend a day and a half and put some effort into filming a music video for her, and then spend a day and a half and put some effort into editing said music video and release as digital single. Like, I feel like at that point, like at this point, that should have been done already. Like, he talked about it before he went to the military, and now he's in the military, so like, where's the song? So those are the YG groups. And then we get into what's really pissed me off lately is YG messing with other things. So YG, in one of his attempts to be cool, one of his newest attempts to be a cool guy again, and to get people to trust him, was Mix 9, which got awful ratings compared to the unit and was just overall not as good of a show, I don't think. I didn't watch the show, but I followed the show thinking that a girl group and a boy group were gonna debut from it. Turns out only the boy group was selected to debut, and now YG is saying that their contract's only going to be like 4 months. And why do I care about this? Because one of my favorite trainees, my old potential bias in, if he had debuted under Willem, in Golden Child, he would have been my bias, Lee Hae-jun, is in this show, and he was doing really, really well. And I was like super excited because he was doing well, he was going to debut. Boys 24, he was on Boys 24 too, and he didn't debut from that show. So I was like, oh man, Hae-jun, like, his name's Ruben now, but I was like, oh, Hae-jun, come on, you can do it. And then he was doing well in this show, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna debut. Like, that's super exciting, because the people I really wanted to do well on the unit were doing really well too. Like, Daewon of Madtown, like, he's one of my favorite people ever. So the fact that YG is like, well, maybe we won't debut him now because his show didn't get good ratings, and because he just like wants to focus on his own groups, not giving them comebacks. Like, are you kidding me? You can't give them anything. You can't give them a name. You can't like choose a leader for them. Like, it's not that hard. You can literally just choose the oldest member and be like, you're the leader. The fact that he's saying like, maybe we'll just cancel the debut now, I'm like, Hae-jun did not go through all this like training under multiple companies and then leaving Willem and going to Boys 24 and failing Boys 24 and then going to this to put up with you should have just debuted under Golden Child, Willem. Why didn't you keep him? Why can't you do anything right? I'm so annoyed about that. And then. So remember when JBJ debuted and I was like, oh, I don't think I'm gonna like them very much. And then I like completely fell in love with them and was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna support them through their contract extension and all this stuff. And then YG was like, you know, I think I want Hyunbin under the main company now. And I was like, that's to be expected. He's popular. YG wants him from YGK+. That's cool, whatever. And then he was like, you know, I feel like I don't want him to be in JBJ anymore. Like, I think I'm just going to take him out. Are you kidding? Like, are you actually kidding? Like, JBJ should have gotten their contract extension. It was revealed that it was 99% confirmed their contracts were going to get extended, and I bet you that YG came in, said, I don't want Hyunbin here anymore, I think I'm just going to take him back. And they were like, well, we can't go on with 5 members, and they just disbanded. And now their last song is coming out on like April 14th or something, and yeah, I'm just real mad about it. Like I said, it's one thing for YG to mess with his own groups, not give his own group songs. The fact that he released that digital single from Big Bang that came out, that was made like 2 years ago, when they went to the military, which like seeing Big Bang go to the military hit me harder than I was expecting it to, because like I said, they weren't really my ultimates for very long, and I moved on and I don't really listen to them that much anymore, but I still listen to Big Bang, like when they made comebacks like every 5 years, and I still enjoy their music. And Sunggyu is going to release an album someday, not sure when that'll be, but I'm excited for that because I really like Sungyu's music. I don't know, he's just ridiculous, and I just felt the need to sit here and complain about him for a minute. And I know that I really try to keep this channel a positive place, but I every once in a while like just need to not be the most positive person in the world. And when you go and mess with people outside of your company who, well, I mean, I guess Hyunbin's in his company and Ruben's in his company, not really. When you go and mess with people I like outside of YG Entertainment, that's when I'm like, that's kind of the final straw for me. Yeah, that was my little YG rant. I hope if you are a YG stan, you weren't too overly offended by this. I don't think I said anything too overly offensive. I just stated facts. Like, he just doesn't know what he's doing anymore. He just needs to stop. Just stop. Blackpink like blew up. Like, they are super popular. If they had had normal releases, they would be on Twice's level. And maybe they are on Twice's level, but we can't tell because we can't compare digital sales and physical sales and whatever. Like, they could be up there with Red Velvet, Twice. Like, they would be the girl group from YG Entertainment that's supposed to be not competing against, but they're supposed to be the representative for this new generation of girl groups. And I guess he's planning on debuting a boy group and a girl group this year. I don't even want to hear it, YG. Like, you're not doing that. Don't even lie to me. That is it for this ranting video. And now I'm doodling because I'm stressed and I'm trying to calm myself down because I want to film another video, a more positive video, but I'm just so annoyed. Like, I'm just so annoyed. So let me know if you are annoyed by YG down in the comment section down below. Even more, let me know if you are a fan of a bunch of YG groups and you're annoyed by what he's doing, because I feel like this isn't just upsetting like the casual K-pop stan. I feel like this is just upsetting everybody. So I'm real mad about JBJ not continuing. I'm real mad about this Mix 9 group not getting to debut and Ruben literally just going back into limbo after he worked so hard and he finally won something. So mad. Should've just stayed at Woollim where I can keep an eye on him. Multi goes to YG. I don't know what's happening. Also, Lee Jung-suk's contract is ending soon. He's an actor. He's one of my favorite Korean actors. And I really, really just hope he takes this opportunity to leave because I don't want him under YG anymore. I don't want Hyunbin under YG anymore. Don't want anybody to be under YG anymore. I just want everybody to leave, go away. Maybe he'll come to his senses if everybody's disappeared except for those trainees that have lived in his basement for about 15 years. That's the end of this rant. Real mad about YG. Real mad about YG. And yeah. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye. Oh my gosh.